Welcome to Hoops High, Chicago's leader in youth-produced sports broadcasting and youth media education. Hoops High is produced by high school students learning the skills of professional broadcasting. Hoops High is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is made possible in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Chicago Access Network Television. We hope you enjoy the show.
15 and a half left in the first half. We have number 9 with it. The ball is turned over at the half court. Number 2. Vontae from Marine Academy with it. The assist to number 1, Davion, is in there for the three-point basket.
He started the game on fire.
That's how he needs to end it to take this win.
Hopefully they do.
Big man with the turnover. Number 11. Number 1 with it again. Davion driving, his shots blocked. Number 9, Harris from Schurz. The put in from TJ from Schurz is no good. Marine Academy with the ball. Number 2 driving. And Viniante with the 2-point.
Hoops High is produced by high school students who are learning the skills of professional broadcasting. All of the camera work, announcing, directing, and engineering is done by the students.
And the foul on number 11 from Schurz. It's their first one this game.
The Marine Academy is like out here claiming territory.
Putting in work.
They putting in work real early.
That's how you do it.
5-0, like that's good. It would have been better if number 8 made that free throw, but maybe next time for Mr. Henry.
Maybe he's gonna be 0 for. I'm sorry, maybe he's gonna be 1 for 2.
Right.
He's 0 for 1 right now.
Exactly.
Second shot is up, and it's in there.
See? Ooh.
Good steal by number 8.
Yeah, and it's out.
Henry with the good hands. Looks like Marine Academy decided to press early. In the 2-point basket. Donald, number 3.
Score is currently 8-0 with 12:28 on the clock.
Number 10, TJ from Schurz with another turnover, back-to-back. Marine Academy bringing the ball down. The flash of number 5 for the shot, and it's off the mark. Dwayne gets the ball back, and the put-in is no good, but he's fouled.
Free Spirit Media strives to give youth a voice so that we can inform you and it inspires others. Thank you for supporting our work.
We thank you. First free throw is up and off.
He knew he messed up. Did you hear him? He said, that's off, Mr. Dwayne. I'm glad he know.
Yeah.
That's off, too. If he
well.
knew the first time, he should have fixed it the second time. Where's the cleanup team?
Great offensive rebound by number 3, Donald. But he gets his shot blocked by a Schurz player. Ball is going Schurz way. Score 0-8. Marine Academy with the lead. Number 10, TJ with it. Kicks
Almost
it to
turned
number
into
21.
a fumble finger.
Bell gives it back to number 10. TJ's trying to draw the defense in so he can kick it out, I'm guessing. Bounce pass to number 5.
Traps him.
And a foul. Number 5, Allen. for Schurz.
What do you need from
The intended person on that pass, but good defense by number 5.
Yes,
Dwayne.
doing.
And number 5, Allen subbed out. TJ with it. Swinging. Harris gets the ball stripped. Number 9. Number 8 with it.
Puts it up. It's enough.
Henry for another bucket. And the timeout is called.
I suppose that's the Marines Academy chant.
I suppose it's not because only one man did it.
Or
guess
that.
they
You
left
might
him
be
hanging.
right. You probably are right.
Maybe he was trying to get something started.
Well, what we can say is that I'm enjoying the shoe game out here today. A lot of KDs. This must be KD's city, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see some D-Roses out there.
Oh, yeah, I checked them.
Some Jordan.
Some high top Nikes. Retros out there. Some Jordans out there, too.
I see some Nike Dunks.
I already called
Really
them.
not basketball shoes, but
Maybe he had
let's see how
a
much work he
function.
put in.
Yes, let's see. Who is this? Number 9, who is Isaiah. Let's see how number 9 on the Marine Academy does.
Schurz ball.
Score is 10-0 with 10 minutes and 14 on the clock.
Right there, Trayvon. Right there. Stay right there. You're not the man. Stay on your side, Trayvon.
Inbound, and we have A. Brooks from Schurz. Number 22. Gets us to number 10, TJ. He drives and puts it in there. First 2 points for Schurz.
And now we're going to toss it to our sideline reporter for the game update.
And I'm here with you guys, game update. So far, the game is going great. The score is 2-10 with 9 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. You're watching Marine versus Schurz. If you would like to stay updated, please stay tuned for more Hoops High. Thank you.
Thank you for that great game update.
And your lovely announcers are back.
Yes, indeed. A quick trap on A. Brooks. Number 22 kicks it to TJ. Number 10. Offensive rebound by number 3, DeAndre. And he tries to put it back in. He's fouled.
DeAndre said, give me my ball back. That's my ball. I want it back now.
Yeah, he got to fight for it. First shot is up and it's off the mark.
What I do notice about this game is that Schurz needs to work on, Schurz as well as the Marine Academy, they need to work on these free throws. As we always say, the free throws are what's crucial. What are free throws at?
He misses both. Number 10, TJ with a good offensive rebound and a 10 putback, but he's fouled.
Come on, TJ, we rooting for you out here.
We need you to make it happen.
His team needs him to make it happen.
Yes, indeed.
And he let us down.
First free throw is off.
Make us proud. Make us proud. Yay, he likes us.
Second free throw was in there. Score 3-10. Schurz down by 7. Number 2 kicks it to 3, who dishes it to a big man down below.
That's Isaiah with the Nike high top dunks on.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe we can catch him dunk on him out there. What you think?
Number 8, Henry on the last score. TJ for the floater. I'm sorry, not TJ.
Who was it?
That was
That was who?
Harris.
There we go.
Speaking of Harris, on the drive again. Schurz doubling up.
Marine Academy said, nah, not today.
Number 3, Donald with it from Marine Academy.
Swinging.
He coughs it up. Number 6 gives it to the big man.
I like that, Trayvon. Stop the ball.
Number 5, Allen couldn't connect.
You gotta move your feet. That's all right. That's all right. I like that pass, Trayvon.
The coaches in the background giving some inspirational words.
Yeah, trying. Number 11, Reggie smokes it.
Slow down. Let Wayne get up there. Let Wayne get up there.
Number 2, Mr. V with it. Three-point basket off. Rebound by number 10, TJ, and N1. He takes his man straight in. I would have to say that the pace of this game is pretty slow. But luckily for Schurz, they've gotten back in the game now that they're down by 5.
You took the words right out of my mouth because that's what I was going to tell you. Actually, I felt like the pace of the game is sped up. Well, it started off fast for the Marine Academy. Then they lost it and let them come back. But HoopsHIGH is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media, and it is ran in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, as well as Can TV. This is a team effort all around, and we're grateful for our partners who make this happen. We are really grateful for them. Like, y'all don't even know how much they, like, really make this happen for us.
Yes.
We do a lot for them, and in return, they do a lot for us.
We all just trying to make it happen, you know.
We are the world.
On the last play, number 9, Harris from from Schurz, was unable to connect on his 2-point shot. Number 10,
I like that, Teddy.
Marcellus from Marine Academy. Putback was off, but he was fouled and will be going to the line to shoot 2. Both teams tied at 4 fouls right now.
Wow, I didn't even know they made that many fouls.
First shot is off the mark.
It's like at practice, Marcellus.
Some subs coming in, coming out.
It's like at practice,
Some more KDs on the floor now.
We got the Jordans at the line, though.
You know. Second shot off.
Get back, get back.
Number 10, TJ with it
Ball.
from Schurz. He kisses to number 9, Harris. Doing a little shaking and baking. Cross-court pass, number 22, A. Brooks.
Keep up with the game action and the HoopsHIGh crew with Twitter. Just search HoopsHIGh FSM and follow us. And hit that button.
Don't be a ghost follower, though.
Retweet, like, I said like, favorite.
Mention
I got
us or
this.
something.
Yes. Quote, something, anything.
Number 3 with it. The 3 is off the mark by Donald. Fight for the rebound. Good offensive rebound, but no putback. Number 2 for his own shot, and he couldn't connect either. Mr. V got to put those shots
Talking
up.
about Marcellus.
Going to the line, we have number 8, Henry, for the Marine Academy.
A lot of line action for the Marine Academy.
Yes, indeed. I find it crazy how all those offensive rebounds were made and no shot was put back. First free throw was in there, though. Number 8, Henry, from Marine Academy, scores 12-8. Marine Academy still up. Second shot is up, and it's in there. Number 5, Allen inbound is to TJ, number 10. Number 9 with it. Harris drives. Shot is blocked by number 5, Dwayne from Marine Academy. They regain the ball. Number 10 with it. For the 3, oh.
We thought he was
Number 5 for the 3, and it's off the mark.
He tricked you, Kim. He thought you, he made you think he was going to put it up.
Yeah, I thought he was better than that. But that was a good fake, if he
Yeah.
got me. Number 1 with it for the 3. And it's in there.
Good.
Baby Young. That's his second 3 of the game. First one was first shot.
Trap, get in front of that, Marcellus. Trap that. Get up
Number
on
9,
it.
Harris with it. Kicks it to number 5, Allen. And the ball is deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Marine Academy. Number 10, TJ inbounded the ball for Schurz. Number 22, Brooks with it. Kicks it to number 9, Harris. Number 10, TJ with it at the top. His 3 is off. Big rebound by number 5, Dwayne for the Marines. Number 1 for another 3. And it's in there. Davy Young is 3 for 3 from behind the line.
On his streaking out there.
Step up, Marcellus. Stop
Number
that.
22, Brooks with it. And the ball is turned over yet again and a foul. Score is currently 8-20. Less than a minute left until halftime. 40 seconds to be exact. Marine Academy bringing it down. Looks like they're going to waste a little bit of the clock. Mr. V, number 2, passes it to number 5, Dwayne, who holds the ball. Back to the top to number 2.
And we'll be here just swinging.
Basically. Looks like he's going to take this last shot. He puts it up and it's off the mark. Number 10, TJ with the rebound. And
I say,
shot is
get
blocked.
that out of there.
And that's the first half.
Get it out of there.
It looked like a goal tier.
Get it out of there. TJ, for sure, he's not happy about the end of this first quarter at all.
Not at all. With the score being 8-20, I wouldn't be so excited myself.
Their coach seems confident, though. He's not angry with his boys. He's talking calmly, smiling. I think he thinks that they still have it in the bag, and by which they do.
Right. Game not over
Game
until you
not
hear the
over.
singing.
What's singing, Kim?
You
That's
know,
just what the old
melodies
time
from
saying
heaven.
say.
Yeah.
I think that it's better that we say that the game ain't over till the last buzzer ring. How about that?
I see you rhyming. Put you in the
Okay.
studio.
Okay. Yeah, put me on the mic, the real mic.
Right about now,
We're gonna wait. Right about now would be the time in which we would toss it to our sideline reporter, but we're gonna wait a few seconds because we want to talk to y'all some more. Is that okay?
right. Keep y'all on a little suspense.
Yeah, y'all need to go check us out on Twitter right about now. Do that. And now we're tossing you our sideline reporter.
Hello, my name is Adriana Brown. I'm here with Coach Hardwick. He's the coach for.
Marine Math and Science.
So, Coach, how do you think your team's doing out there?
We're not doing a bad job. We need to rotate, move the ball a little bit more, but our defense is what's keeping us in this game.
All right. So, how do you think you can lead your team to victory? To win.
Everything, defense is always the key. So as long as we keep up on our defense and communication, I think we'll be successful.
All right. So, who do you think your key players out there is?
Key players that go to Marine Math and Science are number 5, Dwayne Ward, number 2, Vincente Brown, and number 3, Donald Harris.
All right, thank you. And if you would like to stay updated, please stay tuned for more Hoops High. You can watch us on Channel 19 every Saturday. Thank you.
I fuel up with plenty of water before all of my activities.
I love my team. They encourage and inspire me.
Weight training is an essential part of a healthy life.
I'm more conscious of my nutrition intake.
What's make my world a better place? Hello, my name is Kevin Durant. You're watching Hoops High.
But you know what? I don't have no beef with shows on the bedroom. They be getting it cracking. Nah, so keep that.
Yo, you're rocking with Amari Stoudemire, and you're watching Hoops High. Watch it or watch nothing.
I'm Michael Ingram.
And I'm Kavante Sneed.
Aaron here at Westhouse for the first annual Hoops High Free Throw Classic.
Check us out every Saturday at 8 p.m. on Channel 19 KNTV.
And we're back with more game action. Look like the Marines got their clap down pat.
Yeah, their little clap chanter uppers going. I don't know what you technically call those.
Yeah, I think it's because of the big lead, though.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. Okay, so check us out on our website, our own personal website, www.freespiritmedia.org, to learn what Free Spirit Media is all about. Or you can do something even better, like check us out on YouTube. Search Free Spirit Media to view our YouTube channel. Y'all should do that because, like, I know I don't have Comcast, so I can't watch us on KNTV. So oftentimes I gotta check us out on YouTube. So give us a view, a subscribe. Yeah, do that.
Do a little something. On the previous play, number 3 from Schurz, called on a backcourt violation. Now it's Marine Academy's ball. Ball was just deflected out of bounds, but they're going to try again. Number 1 with it. Davion kicks it to number 3. He gives it to the big man, and the big man gets buckets. Number 5, Dwayne. Number 10, TJ with it. Kicks it to number 9. And Harris is fouled. Number 10, TJ with it. He kicks it. And it's in there for a lay-in. Number 3, DeAndre S. Schurz regaining the ball. I would have to say that's some good defense. Diving and getting on the floor.
He said, no, my ball. I won't share.
And the timeout is called yet again. Score is currently 10-22.
The Marines Math and Science Academy, like, they're really doing a good job. Like their coach said, defense is like messing it up out there, putting them in a coffin.
Basically,
putting them in a coffin.
What do you think is something that Schurz can work on?
I think that Schurz, for one, they need to work on going to the line, and while they're at the line, they need to work on making the baskets. That's what I feel like they need to do. It's all about, if they can get to the line, then they can come up. And then if TJ, Mr. Number 10, if he, like, puts up some threes, they can make it. They can make a return.
It's not over.
Yeah, see, here come.
See, and a turnover.
TJ almost had it. Ooh.
Number 5, doing some shaking and baking. Dwayne, the big man.
TJ for Schurz is like working hard. He's working hard to fix that mistake he just made. He know he had a big whoopsie.
Marines inbounding, number 1 with it to number 2.
A lot of ball movement.
Number 3, Donald, packing a few bags. Marine. Number 21 with it from Schurz. K. Bell dishes it off to number 9. Harris drives, and he's fouled. It's the second foul against Marine Academy. Harris's first shot is up, and it's in there.
Yes, what I just said. They make these free throws, we'll be back in the game.
Yep.
11-point lead now.
Still.
13-16 on the clock. It's the second period, the second half.
Number 5, Dwayne with the rebound. Kicks it to number 3. Donald shaking and baking. He passes it to number 2. Mr. V to number 1. The little man drives.
He was looking for a foul.
And he was fouled indeed. Number 1, Davion, Mr. 3 for Marine Academy. I guess he's tired of shooting threes. He like, I done made 3 of them in a row. Let me change it up and take it in on y'all.
At the line, he puts it in.
Free throw game strong.
KD game strong.
Yes, indeed. Second one up, and it's off the mark. I seen that one before.
I saw the shortness. It had a little bit of his height in that shot.
Number 3 for the interception. Donald shaking and baking after the steal, and he's fouled.
Do not, and when I say do not, I'm telling you, don't forget, do not forget to stay tuned for Free Spirit Media News at the end of this broadcast. It comes on every Saturday after every Hoops High game at 9:50. Learn what's going on in Chicago and find out the latest on the most important issues with teams.
On the previous play, number 1, Davion from Marine Academy missed his first 3. Now he's 3 for 4. And on Schurz in, number 10, TJ puts a basket in. Number 3 for his shot, and it's off the mark.
He thought he was going to cush that.
Yeah, Donald just couldn't connect.
Nah.
Back to Donald. Number 3 skips it to Davion, number 1, and his 3 is in there. He's 4 for 5.
Yes.
Y'all can't tell him nothing right now.
No. 13-26 is not looking good.
Under 11 minutes left. Schurz really need to put the pedal to the metal.
Come on. Did they run out of gas or something?
Yeah, they need to push the car or something.
I was just going to say, did we lose a wheel? We got a spare in the trunk or no?
I hope it's a donut under the car. So.
I hope so. I hope we close to the crib or something.
Donald with it, Marine Academy. Number 3 for the shot is tipped. Good defense by number 22.
Yeah.
A. Brooks from Schurz. 3 gets his own steal back. I liked it there.
That was nice.
Number 3.
That made me feel good, Kim. That made me feel good. It made me feel so good that I'm going to talk to South Sideline reporter.
I'm here with you guys game update. So far there is 9 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. The score is 13-28. Each team has 2 fouls. Everybody's putting up a great effort. Number 1 has knocked down, I would say, about 2 threes. The defense is, 4 threes. He's doing pretty good. The defense is great. Everybody's trying to stay on top. Everybody's trying to stay on their feet and, come out with this win. If you would like to stay updated, please stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you for that great interview. Game update.
Share that with Mike and Diamond.
Currently at the line, we have number 9 from Schurz. R. Harris. His first shot was off, but his second shot gets in there. 9 minutes left in the game. Score is 14-28. Marine Academy leading. With possession, we have number 2, Mr. V from Marine Academy. Gives to number 3. Number 3 in and out. He brings the ball back up. Donald swings it to number 4. Number 4, James, hands it off to number 5, and his three-pointer is off the mark. Looks like it's going to be Schurz ball. Number 22, A. Brooks. Gives it to number 10, TJ. Big man, number 11 with it. He kicks it back out to TJ, and TJ dishes it in to number 3, DeAndre, and he's fouled. He'll be going to the line. First free throw is up and it's off the mark.
Schurz coach is going to have them in practice at the free throw line for 14 hours. Like, they're going to be there all day. Coach is going to be like, you're going to stand here until you get it.
Number 4 with it. Number 3, back to number 4, and a good look.
Puts it in there.
Stop that, stop that. Uh-oh. Take that.
I would have to say some good defense by number 2, Mr. V from Marine Academy. He's real upset about that call.
Yes.
He stripped him.
Yes.
Hands down. It was a good strip.
Like chicken tenders or something.
Timeout has been called.
And in case you're just now tuning in, I'm Delia Engelbani, serving as your color commentator.
And I, Kimberly Stewart, serving as your play-by-play announcer. Score is 15-30.
Dang.
6:35 left in the game. And Marine has had this lead on lock.
Yeah, I think they've had the lead the entire game. Am I correct, Kim?
Yes, you're spot on.
Yes.
Number 3 with it from Schurz. He takes it straight in, but he smokes it. DeAndre was off. Number 5 for the N1, Dwayne from Marine Academy. Three-point play is no good. Great offensive rebound, but he stepped out on the baseline.
If you can't seem to get enough of Hoops High, friend us on Facebook. Get to know the crew and what goes on in every Hoops High production. Well, not every, but a lot of them.
Right, a lot of them.
But just because y'all love us so much, y'all should just go check out our page and do that. Like, y'all can't do us that simple favor. We've been keeping y'all occupied for how long? Y'all can't just show us a little love?
We don't ask for much, you know.
Just for you to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, come to the gym, all that.
You know, that's not much, is it?
No.
Nah, I didn't think so.
I'm sure y'all do a lot more for Bay, so I'm just saying, show Hoops High a little love. Let Hoops High be Bay for a little while.
Right. Sub us in for a second.
Come on.
Schurz ball. Number 5, Allen inbounding. Kicks it to number 22, A. Brooks. He gives it to number 10, TJ. TJ pushes it. TJ's foul. Down goes Frazier. They swatted at him like he was the biggest fly they ever seen in their life. Second free throw is in there.
Yes, it's in there.
Just like the first.
The Marines Math and Science Academy says that we're not giving up this lead.
Good pass. Assist by number 3.
They are like destroying them. Like they didn't rip this team apart. Maybe it's because they're Math and Science Academy. You think that's why? Because, you know, like, they probably can, like, calculate the shots and stuff and figure out how to put them up there. Maybe it's because they so specialized in math. They know how this work.
Yeah, you got to have your trajectories and stuff, right? Ooh. Shaking and baking by number 3, Donald. Schurz the turnover, and the lay-in wasn't so easy.
I need y'all to do me a favor. I don't want y'all to make fun of us because we know we are not always perfect, but what we always try to do is work hard and learn every day, every production. So we just want to thank you all for your supporting us, for watching us, tuning in, hanging out with us. It means a lot. We love y'all.
Much love, much love. Number 3, DeAndre at the line for Schurz. He misses the first free throw. Second free throw is up, and that's off the mark as well. Another timeout is called.
I think that now, since the game is winding down, Schurz should just work on taking notes on what to not do the next game. That's all they can do, really.
Pretty much. So you saying the game is over for them?
Yeah.
Less than 3.5 left. Back with more game action after the timeout. If you're just tuning in, we're here at Collins Academy, located at 1313 South Sacramento. Two teams facing off, Schurz and Marine Academy.
Who?
Marine Academy.
Thank you. Clean that up.
Yeah, I had to. Score 17-34, Marine Academy in the lead, as they've been the whole game. Number 3 trying to do some trick plays for Marine Academy.
Almost threw his back out.
Yeah, Donald has to work on that.
I know y'all love us, so what you should do is check us out on the HoopsHIGh website. Not the Free Spirit Media website, but the HoopsHIGh website, which is www.hoopshigh.org. So you can see games from the past, and you can also stream live from your home and your mobile devices.
Yes, indeed.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Check, check, check.
That's what I do when I'm at home. You do it when you at home?
HoopsHIGh is life.
HoopsHIGh is life. If y'all ain't know, now you know. We should get some shirts that say that.
Yes, we should. Number 3 from Marine Academy. Donald at the line again, and he misses his first free throw. I would have to give it up to number 10, TJ from Schurz, because he has been working very hard. On the previous play, before Donald was sent to the line, I would have to say that was a good foul. You know, the team is already up. They're already doubling our score. No need for him to score again on this fast break. 2 minutes on the dot left. Second free throw was in there. Number 22, A. Brooks bringing it down. TJ with the ball. He drives. And the ball is poked loose. I was thinking he was about to take that 3 though.
I thought he was too. I mean, they so 3 confident. Why not knock it down or try to knock it down? It don't hurt to try.
It really don't. Number 3, number 5. Number 5 with the fake. And he's fouled on the ugly drive. I don't know
what that was. I don't know what that was. Trying to be pretty.
Number 5, Allen from Schurz will be going to the line. Clock still winding down. Just under 1:35 left. First free throw is in. Number 10, TJ from Schurz, was ready to pounce on the ball. Like, my rebound. I got it.
My ball, mine.
Yet again.
We got some big babies out there. Mine.
Second shot is in there as well. Number 8 bringing it down. Henry's a little choked up, but he dishes it to number 5, and he smokes the lay-in. Dwayne really needs to be a little softer with those put-ins. TJ with it for the 3, and it's in there. He should have been putting them up. Number 8, Henry dishes it to number 6. And the little man gets basket. Trayvon wasn't for none on that put in.
No. He said, I'm going to help my team contribute to this W.
Trayvon, I'm sorry, number 10, TJ for another 3, and he's back to back with it.
That's what I asked him for. Here he come, but a little too late or whatever.
A lot of too late or whatever. TJ with the steal.
How? Come on, TJ. What?
Number 5 with it. Dwayne for a 3. And it's off the mark.
He lined that up, but I guess the math was off a little bit.
Final score.
It's 30-37. They knocked that 20-point lead down real quick.
You know.
A lot had to do with Mr. Number 10, TJ for Schurz. But at the end of the day, the Marines Math and Science Academy still took it away. 7 points.
Yes, they did. I wasn't expecting for the game to end like that.
I don't know what's going on. That is so, like, crazy. I just knew that they were going to take the W. Like, I really thought that the Schurz would not come back, and they didn't. I was hoping they did, but it happens like that sometimes. You win some, you lose some. That's just how athletics work.
And we ain't got no stats on them.
That's how that works.
He ain't got no. He might still get
How you feel, Kim? How you feel, Kim? How you feel?
Hell no, don't get him.
Kim, talk to me. I'm talking to you. You're not talking to me.
I'm sorry. Please repeat what you said.
I'm asking you how you feel about life. How do you feel about what just went down?
I feel like.
Look here, sir. I'm about to go hit this board.
I feel like, you know, life is life. Things happen. You win some, you lose some. But, you know, you live to play another game.
Right. Take notes on the L.
Nigga, you play another game.
You take L's.
I mean, that's just how it goes.
I mean, as always, a W is going to be better than an L, but
if you fought hard and the comeback game was strong, then
that's all you can say. You got to take that L with pride.
Right, you did what you had to do.
You did all you could do. I'm tired. This game made me tired. It was just so good. I was so interested and engaged that I'm tired now. I'm tired now. Did the game make you tired, Kim?
It wasn't as interesting as I would have wanted it to be.
You didn't find it interesting?
Not really.
Well, I've just been on the road lately. All the games we've been viewing, I've been really enjoying.
Pretty much.
Not pretty much, because you just said you wasn't enjoying it. So since you didn't enjoy this game, just toss it to our sideline reporter. Toss it.
You can toss it.
I'll toss it. And now we're going to toss to our sideline reporter.
I know.
Hi, my name is Adriana Brown. I'm here to, Hi, my name is Adriana Brown. I'm here with the player of the game. So how do you think you did out there?
I did good, but I still need to improve on my game. This the real MVP right here. Y'all playing my man.
What's his name? What's your name?
Davion.
You did good out there. You had you had 4 threes. So, what do you think you guys can do to improve on the next game?
On our help defense, the press, and just moving the ball and working as a team.
So, I hear you talking about your team. What do you think, your team can help you in the next game?
Well, when I pass, they can make some more buckets, you know. That's it. That's pretty much it. They did good out there, though.
All right. Thank you, and congratulations on being player of the game. If you would like to stay updated, you can stay tuned for you can watch us on Channel 19 every Saturday at 8 p.m. Thank you.
You can watch Hoops High on CAN TV, Channel 19, every Saturday at 8 p.m. Please visit www.hoopshigh.org to learn more. Hoops High and Free Spirit Media would like to thank our sponsors. We are grateful for their support in making our mission of youth media education and opportunity possible.
Hoops High is family, communication.
Enjoy it. Hoops High is
astounding, creativity,
commitment.
Hoops High is
exciting,
meaningful.
Hoops High is
technology,
spirit,
a community. Hoops High is home, love,
dedication,
inspired,
Hoops High.
If they probably never was exposed to it, they probably would have never have done it, but it's something that you see that interests people a lot.
I never worked with a camera, it was my first time learning about a camera, zooming in, zooming out. It was a real good experience for me, I think it changed a lot in me too. It changed how I think, and it changed something I like to do in life.
When I get older, I want to be some type of actor. So being in this classroom really helped me out, really exercise my ability to act.
We shooting it and we shooting it off like what we done been through, and people get to see it and they watching it and they liking it.
Like young kids in the community can do stuff that's worth some type of value.
Meet Jaden, a 16-year-old from Chicago. He likes reading, playing basketball, and daydreaming. As one of 75 million youth in America, he is the future of our country. But today, Jaden's future is uncertain. A new economy is evolving as Jaden tries to find his way in a school system where more than 42% of students drop out and even more fall behind. For Jaden and others like him, the future looks grim. But there is hope. Youth media programs connect with kids like Jaden, moving them from discouragement toward opportunity through the power of communication. Jaden learns about journalism, technology, and culture. He spends his time engaged at school, in youth centers, and at libraries. He discovers how to observe the world around him and share his own stories. He becomes one of more than 10,000 teens involved in the Chicago Youth Voices Network, a collection of innovative programs that come together with a bold vision to reach more people like Jaden, to transform education, and to shape the health of our city. Together, the network gives vision to the journalists, artists, engineers, and leaders of our future. One story, poem, film, blog post, one youth at a time.
Listen to your conscience. Don't let anyone pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. Because when it's gone, you won't get it back. What's up? Boy, get back.
Yeah, man. You still on game, man.
What you mean?
What you mean what I mean?
What you mean?
I went to the next level, man.
No.
So, what you mean, no?
I'm not ready for that.
Tia, do not do it. You smarter than that. He do not love you.
Do it, Tia. Do it. You feel good. Do it, Tia. Do it.
That's not gonna happen.
Why not, man?
Cause it's not.
I'm gonna find somebody else, man.
An everlasting memory of the anguish of our ancestors. May those who died rest in peace. May those who return find their roots, and may humanity never again perpetuate such injustice against humanity. We the living vow to uphold this.
Like, I always wanted to be white.
I was always just that black girl at school. Even growing up, I was always that black girl.
You think you all that because you light-skinned.
Why does me being dark-skinned have to do with anything about how good I look?
Just because I'm light-skinned don't mean I can't get offended.
Social identity is usually around a construct. So our society has lots of ideas about what is right and what is wrong. And oftentimes those are organized based on our race or gender or any other set of skills.
Colorism is the belief that there is, that one color is better than the other. In most countries, this means lighter skin because European colonialism kind of spread that idea globally that, lighter skin has better value. So a lot of times people think that colorism is only important within the black community or within the American black community, but colorism is prevalent everywhere. It's prevalent in India, it's prevalent throughout Asia, it's prevalent in any country where you have an indigenous culture made up of brown people.
Internalization is when a person, an individual, usually believes some social construct or idea and then decides to act upon it.
I think that a lot of African American women, especially right now at this time in our culture, are working really, really hard to reclaim their femininity. So that's why so many of us wear, long hair and high heels and lots of makeup and all that stuff, because I think we're trying to reclaim something that really was taken from us. When you look at African American women in slavery, they were treated like men, right? So many of us forced outside to work, whether we had our periods or not, in the boiling hot sun, some of us not clothed or improperly clothed. We went from slavery right into having to take care of our families. So we always worked, always. There was never a point in African American culture that we got to sit home and just be like housewives and homemakers. That was never us.
I find that African Americans are often very misogynistic. And they see that as a traditional view as opposed to a social construct. So unfortunately, I think they contribute to the oppression of women because they don't question why these ideas about masculinity or femininity exist.
I feel like the people around us don't really make it no different, don't make a difference of it really, because they, whatever is popular, they go with. So if everybody's saying they want a red bone in the music videos, Lil Wayne or anybody saying that, that's who they want to be like. They want a red bone too. They want a thick girl too. They want a girl with money. They want a girl with long hair.
I like a long hair, thick red bone. Up and up, if they fillet mignon, nip.
This is towards lighter skin. When you hit the term red bone, how do y'all feel about that?
I get so irritated. They call it red. I be green, blue, purple, red. It's so irritating. I even changed my name on Twitter. Like, my name is not red. Stop calling me red. It's just so annoying. It's irritating. It really is.
Well, in the past, okay, red bone. Hey, I owned it, but now it's just like, I agree with what she said. It's just now it's just irritating. Like, me and my friend have on the same color, and they'll just get out the color we have. Like, if I have on yellow pants, she have on yellow. She get yellow. So I'm like, keep walking. Light skin.
Typically in the media, like, when I see a dark-skinned girl, she's portrayed as, like, masculine and aggressive.
I heard those little smart-ass remarks you made, too. Didn't your mama teach you something? Who the hell do these people think they are anyway? Didn't y'all see me?
No, you moved it, I can tell. Because look, when I inhale, my titty make the horn honk. Listen. You see that? That ain't right.
I hear it.
That's scientifically proved that you was adjusting my seat.
I think it was My Last by Chris Brown. And they, it was like he'll switch in between. It was this one girl sitting in the chair, light skin, she had the real long curly hair, had her makeup done right and everything. He's sitting there singing to her. And then like when he'll say like something negative, like basically what he don't look for in a female, it'll fade into like this dark skinned girl who makeup all messed up with rough hair and she was chunky.
Even though the media portrays light skin to be better than dark skin, I think it also portrays light skin to be a little slutty to me from what I see, because you see these light skinned girls and you see they're exploring their sexual needs or whatever. So I think it's like more than just, oh, you light skin, you better. I think it's more, it's like you light skin, you give good head, or you have better sex.
Oftentimes, African American women, we are a little bit more full, a little bit more voluptuous and curvaceous, and over time, that's become associated with sexuality.
I think women in general are overly sexualized. They're objects. Even within, if we have female rappers or MCs, or artists, they have to objectify themselves.
That's okay, baby, go ahead, do your thing, right on the way.
Sex always sells. And, with men, it's to attain sex, and for women, it's to be that object of desire.
Society just looks down upon women in general. It's deeper than skin, in my opinion. Women itself, we are looked down upon. We are degraded. When you watch music videos, which is the main thing, women are over-sexualized for everything. African American women, we are very, curvy, and we have a lot of assets, and it's exposed. When you watch music videos, you see chest and you see really, big butts and guys just, hollering at you, and it's like teens consume that.
I think that as a group, it's sort of hard to fight against such a pervasive opinion that just kind of gets told to you over and over and over again, and it gets told to you in a number of different ways and reinforced in a number of different ways. So I think that many of us try hard to resist those stereotypes.
I have never had a problem with my skin color, even though a lot of girls my color do. I mean, just like a girl of any other color, I could get a man, I can get a job, I can do anything they do, maybe even better. So what's the problem? Oh, I understand. We have been tricked. The internet has tricked us. Television has tricked us. Magazines have tricked us. Society has tricked us. Tricked us into believing just because we're not what they call fair, we're less than a woman of anyone else. Lil Wayne make verses like, how do you say what's never said? Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red. and we just laugh. I mean, it's like we're in slavery again, except it's with our own people. You could be black, you could be white, you could be dark skinned. It's okay to be bright. It shouldn't make a difference, but it does.
Oh my God, these books are so heavy. Could you hold that for me? Thank you.
Shorty just grabbed the book. Shorty, you a goofy.
Who does that? Don't nobody carry nobody.
Shorty want to carry book ass
They do that.
Oh my God, Roy, these books are so heavy. Would you mind holding these for me?
No, I ain't holding before.
How does American culture determine if one becomes obese? Is it our unhealthy choices? Is it our lack of knowledge or access to healthy foods? Or does the media play a huge role? Maybe it's the lack of being physically active. Why is my community so obese? Well, my name is Corey McQuarrie. I was in love with all the fast foods, junk foods, and the grease, until I realized that I was strolling down the path to obesity. I started getting insecure about how I looked and how I felt.
Struggle.
Unhealthy decisions.
Fat. You know, a lot of food, you know. People big, man.
Epidemic in the United States.
See them walking around eating apples or oranges or bananas, something healthy. You oftentimes see them eating bags of chips, unhealthy foods.
I come to school on the west side and I go to other classes on the north side, so it's basically I get to see like all around. And from what I've been seeing is that everybody's having an issue, and like when I come here, it's not even 8 o'clock and I see kids eating hot chips. It's not 8 o'clock yet. Why are you eating hot chips, you know? Or they would eat extremely sweet things in the morning. And it's like, why are you eating this? This is not healthy. It's not a balanced meal.
I mean, if you walk down the street and just sort of observe things, I would say quite a few people are overweight, are obese, as we say.
Of those people who we see, who are type 1 and type 2, 99.9% of those individuals are obese. Obesity technically is a body mass index of above 30, okay? So if you have a body mass index above 30, then that classifies you as obese.
Someone who's not in a proper weight according to age, size, and stature.
My grandmother, she struggled with it, and my aunt, she's currently struggling with it. Actually, my grandmother, she died from it. She was bedridden, and my aunt, she's bedridden too, and she struggles with it. She's immobile. She can't do anything because she's so big.
Many people who have a chronic disease like obesity or diabetes suffer from depression. One of every 2 people who has diabetes will have a heart attack at some point in their lives.
But the main ones that affect this community are hypertension and diabetes. And so there's so many things. Once you have a chronic disease, which is what those things are, in essence, you have it for the rest of your life. So the results of that disease are all different things. You're taking medication, you're monitoring your blood sugar.
People who are 300, 400 pounds, you know, you've seen them on TV. They may not be able to get out of bed. So anytime you put an increased stress on any body part, that body part is eventually going to give out, okay? The heart is something that you'd rather not have get out on you.
My dad, we actually have the gene for obesity, so he keeps us away from that type of food for that very reason, and just to keep us healthy and energy filled and not sick.
I'm motivated by my physical appearance, I guess. I play baseball and it consists of a lot of running. I oftentimes work out by myself when I'm at home. You can lift weights at home by yourself. You could basically do anything that deals with exercise and movement.
I work with a gentleman. He was plus 364 pounds. He had high blood pressure, he had diabetes, cholesterol was very high. So he went on a strict diet of working out and exercising. He ended up cutting over 150 pounds. He runs marathons, he's off all his medication, and he's in great physical shape.
We get people more active, the community is going to be safer, it's going to be healthier. You talk about, if you look at the cost of healthcare, and I know oftentimes in this community, the mindset is not preventative care, but reactive care. So when you're sick, when something's really, really bad, then you deal with it. And where do you go? You go to the ER. When you go to the ER, the costs are so much higher than if you would go to a doctor and be able to really control things, control diseases before they escalate to the point where they're an emergency.
For somebody who's got a chronic disease like obesity or diabetes, you know, or cardiovascular disease, or another problem is they need to be active every day in some way, shape, or form. People should just go out and, you know, start to kind of walk for an hour or play basketball for an hour, or do something very strenuous for an hour until they build up their resistance, you know, to the exercise.
I think they should really get out and exercise. It's something that we don't do. We jump in our cars, we drive everywhere, but we don't exercise. We don't watch what we eat. We don't do anything. We just become couch potatoes.
I believe a way that we could prevent obesity is basically having healthier food habits and choices, choosing to eat the right thing.
One way to encourage healthy behaviors is to get children, teenagers, active in a sport, to have them go out for a walk, you know, with the sun shining, even if it's wintertime, you know, get them out to breathe the fresh air and to work off some of the stress, and their mood will benefit from that.
I don't think it is enough parental control over like what kids eat, because it starts off young. If you let your kids make unhealthy decisions when they're young, they're going to grow up and they're going to think that that's okay.
Another way would be to get more involved into physical activities like running around the park in the morning or jogging, walking around the neighborhood, just little small things that can help. You can even pick up a sport, play baseball, basketball, football.
One prevention of obesity is to move more and eat less.
Cut out all the grease that you eat.
One way to combat obesity is to understand what it is and understanding what resources exist to help people overcome or combat the problem.
My appearance was something that was important to me. So I started exercising, eating better, and making healthier choices for myself. And today, I remain physically active and physically fit, and hope to motivate and encourage others in my community to overcome the problem of obesity.
Should I send this pic? Do I trust him? Oh my God, I know her.
He don't sleep.
12% of teen girls say they felt pressure to send sexual messages or images. Follow your inner voice.
Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. The 13th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
We didn't really have a high rate of black incarceration prior to the emancipation. Once slavery ended, then the disproportionate numbers of black people in prison increased.
The person I think it affected the most is my older brother, Gregory, because he didn't have a father in his life. So yes, my mother was a strong woman, but I think if my father wasn't in jail, he wouldn't be the man he is now.
Black people were no longer slaves, so they were therefore no longer labor, and they were not needed in the same way, and they could be imprisoned, whereas before their labor was needed and used in a very different kind of way. So we've kind of disproportionately been targeted since at least the late 19th century within the prison system.
The penal system is an extension of old Jim Crow laws. The language of the 13th Amendment, I think, is really important, right? So when we talk about slavery except for involuntary servitude as a form of punishment, right? So these types of spaces around who becomes the target of criminality, right? So who becomes the criminal just by happenstance, not because of any action, but literally because historically this narrative has painted these particular group of people, black people in this case, as criminals.
Jail is nothing but modern day slavery, which you can get a slight synopsis of it. Like, yeah, it is.
Once you're labeled a felon, the old forms of discrimination, employment discrimination, housing discrimination, denial of the right to vote, exclusion from jury service, suddenly legal. As a criminal, you have scarcely more rights and arguably less respect than a black man living in Alabama at the height of Jim Crow. We have not ended racial caste in America, we have merely redesigned it.
The building of prisons has been looked upon as an economic engine. So small towns are being fed this idea of, well, if you all need jobs, just let us drop this prison here. Prison has become big industry in terms of its relationship to the U.S. economy.
Because you work for pennies a day, and you shacked up, you locked up in the shed, if you want to call it that.
Right, so if you're paying somebody 20 cents an hour, that's essentially free in terms of production costs, in terms of the profit margin you get based on what you sell.
But I feel it's like, I don't like it. Definitely won't be going back.
If we look at private prisons, so now they're actually exporting labor or contracting with big firms to actually produce their products. So this now becomes essentially a new slave economy.
In my opinion, I fear that the incarceration rates for African Americans will continue to increase unless we as a nation think about this issue and get real about this issue. The statistics show that what led to this increase in the incarceration of African Americans in the past has been this war on drugs. And what we're dealing with now is this emergence of a war on guns. Now the reality is the way that's going to play out, and the way I've seen it play out, is that people being picked up for possessing a gun because they have a prior felony conviction are African Americans. And that's going to lead to more incarcerations unless we think about the impact of these laws before we start making them.
The way they're currently designed, they're much more harmful than they are restorative institution.
It's my belief that prison makes everything worse, and that it doesn't actually work to do anything except for disappearing people.
I think it depends on the person, and yeah, I think it punishes the person for the crime that they have committed, but I also think it sets them up to commit other crimes.
I think in their current state, they are used solely to house populations for extended periods of time without any transition into society.
And actually, they're not living up to the goal of rehabilitation like we'd hope that they would.
It's crowd control. If one race is doing too much, yeah, we're gonna lock them up for anything.
Or if you're cynical, they probably work to harm and oppress groups that you don't really want to deal with.
And actually promoting recidivism, returning, in opposed to actually staying out of those places.
It leaves the social problems that are the root causes of why people get into trouble with the law in the first place. It leaves those things untouched and usually unsolved.
In terms of my feelings about high incarceration rates, I think it's really important to understand that as a legacy of history. Michelle Alexander just wrote this book, The New Jim Crow, and something that she puts out, and actually heard from a professor about 13 years ago now, and she makes this point that there are currently more people incarcerated, more black people incarcerated, than were listed as slaves in 1850. I think it's important to look at the factors that influence incarceration. So if we look at it as layers, right? So education, definitely one without question. Poverty, lack of access to resources, definitely one without question. Segregation in cities in terms of neighborhood segregation.
And instead of arming people with education and drug rehabilitation and things that might prepare them for their future, in fact, basically prison becomes a form of incapacitation in which people don't live their lives, they don't have any opportunity to gain life skills, and it ends up being very detrimental for them.
We have to look at the lack of education and its connection to incarceration, because some of the stuff that we even see in Chicago, so we always think about the threshold year of a young person completing high school being 10th grade. But in Chicago, we've seen that the threshold is actually between 7th and 9th grade.
Now, when we look at reentry programs, if someone joins one of those programs and they actually are successful in finding a job, if they have that job for just 30 days, their recidivism rate drops down to 20%. And if they're able to keep that job for a year, it drops down to 16%.
The concept and idea of reentry is a problematic one. And the reason I say that is because for most people who end up behind bars, they were never integrated into society in the first place. So the question is reentering into what? Reentering into communities that are incredibly poor, reentering into communities that don't have any resources, going back into places which you came out of, which were terrible for you in the first place. Reentering what is the question.
You got to go through certain steps and processes in order to get your life back, because once you go to jail, your life is gone. They took your life from you. Like, you definitely ain't finna do nothing to like outbeat what they done said you did.
The fact that in Illinois, according to Department of Correction statistics, in 2011, over 50% of the prison population was African American, with only 29% of the prison population being white.
My brother Gregory was incarcerated for drug-related reasons, maybe 7 to 8 times.
Class X sentence, which means you've committed 2 prior crimes in Illinois, that's a mandatory 6 to 30 years.
They took like at least about 11 or 12 years out of my life, but the last bit was like almost 3 years.
Traditionally, Black people have been more likely to be in a situation where we've had less resources, and a lot of crime is derivative crime, meaning that it's something that you actually do because you need to survive and you're trying to find a way to survive. And so Black people tend to be more criminalized.
I think one of the obstacles that is very prevalent is what we call felon disenfranchisement, right? So in Illinois, there are about 52 positions that you can't hold if you have a Class C through X felony. So you can't be a baker, can't be a barber, can't be a carpenter, can't be an electrician.
We are incarcerating an entire generation of African Americans, and their potential to go out and impact the world in a positive way is really being lost.
House.
Didn't I tell you not to go over there?
We was doing some homework. Oh my God.
Why you doing too much?
Alright. Hey, after school, meet me outside. We going straight to my house, and I'm not playing.
Alright, let's go.
And I'm gonna call you too.
I don't think y'all should still be together. Right, maybe y'all should break up.
Today, 3 of the worst games were banned from a new video arcade. And as Vicky Vargas tells us, some there are relieved, others aren't so sure.
Parents are often the first to ask, could this lead to this?
Taller skin is the good.
The video games you just saw are some of the games I've played since I was a child. I used to think video games affected children's behavior, including my own. Through the process of making this documentary, I realized it's not as easy as blaming video games.
I would say violence is the act of being like aggressive towards something or someone.
Violence to me means like conflict between just 2 things or 2 people, like fist on or anything else that has harmful ways towards each other.
One of the reasons why violence is used in video games is it's a really quick, easy way to demonstrate conflict. Conflict is what makes media interesting.
You know, young kids are usually interested in superheroes, cartoons, and things like that, and there are a lot of those in games.
I think as people get older, they're drawn to fantasy, you know, whether it's the fantasy of being a soldier that, you know, single-handedly wins the war, or a fantasy of being a magician that fights all these dragons or anything like that.
At Stanton's Golfland, manager Ken Beck understands the concern, but he says games like the banned Lethal Enforcer only teach kids how to shoot, a sort of high-tech take on the old Wild West.
There are different games that are meant to appeal to different people. Video games are visually interesting. They might have cartoon characters, they might have realistic people. They're usually meant to be splashy. There might be explosions or like driving a car, or things that people find exciting.
To me, it's enjoyable because it's not real, so it's not like it's actually happening, but you think like cool, like a game, a video game. Video designers, they can make a game or a main character on a game do anything.
Video games are designed to do that. They're designed to draw people in. They're designed to be fun. And so people put a lot of energy and thought into what can we grab people with? What event can we show in the game that you say, that's really cool, you know, that's cooler than what I've seen in a movie, or, you know, playing as this guy seems really fun, or I'd want to do this, or I'd want to try that.
Shut his head off.
Children, they like sponges, so whatever they see, they suck in.
The part of the brain that will help you as a teenager process all this and do more long-term planning and more sequencing and thinking things through, what we sometimes call executive functioning, rank ordering things and coming up with problem-solving skills. That part of your brain doesn't fully develop until you're in your 20s.
It has a big impact on them because they're still learning, and they're at the stage where they learning the most.
I can't imagine that a third grader playing Call of Duty wouldn't be unaffected by it because it's such graphic kinds of violence. And I think as an adult you can appreciate what the violence is for, where it fits. I don't think you understand that as a kid.
And so the brain's this wonderful organ that's always growing, always responding to the environment. We refer to that as plasticity. The brain's always reacting to what it's exposed to.
I mean, you can't necessarily say everybody gonna turn bad from playing video games. And some people, it depends on, it's not just the video games, it depends on your household.
I say a great deal because I have a little brother, and like ever since I let him start playing Call of Duty or games like that, he always want to go around making guns like coat hangers and stuff. So I had to make him stop playing Call of Duty by breaking my own Call of Duty.
I think the video game rating system came out of a backlash against video games from concerned parents. A lot of this started with this game Mortal Kombat in the early 1990s, where you had digitized people, you know, like decapitating each other, you punch somebody and bleed. And that wasn't something that had been done in the technology. The technology wasn't good enough to do that.
The ratings from the ratings board is an educational tool. Parents need to know what their kids are playing. At least the parents who are paying attention need to know what their kids are playing.
And so I think that there were enough people that wrote to their congressman or wrote to whatever politician or wrote to video game companies and complained and said, what you're doing is illegal, what you're doing is hurting our children, that it caused the video game industry to add these ratings.
I just think kids will imitate it, but it depends on like parental control. Like if your parent can control the child good enough not to make them want to do this in like real life.
So I don't know how effective it is in terms of keeping a child away from games like that, but at least, you know, we have a body of knowledge that parents can trust, established by a group that understands that parents are looking for information and they're trying to provide that.
And I think it's good that they have ratings because we have all these different kinds of games now that need this classification. We need to know that this game involves, you know, the use of alcohol or stealing cars or shooting people, whereas this game just involves playing hockey or, you know, running around a fantastic universe and collecting coins.
I think that it is both the consumer's responsibility and the designer's responsibility.
You don't know what's going on because you're at a young age, but you see enough to, you know, to come to a conclusion, or you see enough to go and ask somebody or go try and do this, and you actually find out what it really is.
You have to know that any art you create will have some kind of impact, and you have to be willing to be responsible for the impact that you may create.
You don't feel the violence the same way you would as an adult. You know, if you see somebody getting shot on TV, you should have a reaction to that because you have this empathy that you get as an adult. You see them as a person and you understand the person being injured or why that happens.
I believe video games cause violence because I wanted easy answers to the violence in my community and in the media. Everything got more complicated when I learned about drones.
Unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, also called drones, are a controversial component of the Obama administration's efforts to fight terrorism.
A drone is basically used by Army people to sit behind a control panel and be able to manage all of the aircraft from behind the screen.
My favorite video game would be Call of Duty. It's basically like a shooting game. Just you go around. It's like what they do in the military, just in video game form.
Using the drones, they try to be better at it. So every time they get something or they get a command to do, they're like, okay, I have to do this command. And then they have to try to be better. I have to be better than the last time. And that's just like a video game, right? You're trying to go to the next level. You're trying to beat that game, but it's not really a game.
You're not going to find definitive research on that topic, and so what you get are correlations that the more kids do this, the more they tend to do that.
There's a lot of conflicting information. Not a lot of study has been done. There's been a lot of studies done, but it's not conclusive yet.
All the research I've ever seen says that there's no connection. There are some studies by certain scientists that say that seeing anything violent causes people to do violent things. But there are also studies that say that what makes people aggressive is competition. It's not a video game, it's the fact that you're competing, whether it's against a computer or another person.
And I could also say there's some video games that can help you problem solve and help you explore and be creative and do other things. So I can see some positive skills you might learn from video games. It's about balance.
We can show hyper-stylized violence in ways we can do it cheaply, we can do it creatively. And just because we can, should we?
do so much for us as players and really support us as players. The least we can do is give back and show them that we care.
I see real important values in growing up in a tight-knit community.
I think that helping is contagious. Once you do it, many more will follow. The doors you open and close today are the stepping stones for you tomorrow.
Basketball is not who I am. Basketball is what I do.
I remember watching anime when I was younger, and for me it was just all about the action. Like, I just liked the way they fought and different things like that. But now that I'm older, I start to see things and notice things. And I'm wondering, is it more than just cartoons? So my question is, like, what is anime?
Anime is an art form used for telling stories in an audiovisual medium, but it's a lot more than that.
It's like, the only thing I know about Japanese culture is like the hang chang on yon. You know, like everybody joke about it, about Asian culture. So I never really like dug into it.
It's very hard to sort of make a joke about anime if you don't know what you're talking about. You come off sounding really ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, you like cartoons, and it's just like, aw.
But then when I started watching anime, I don't know. I guess I have a lot more respect for them. and their craft.
Some of the inspiration came undoubtedly from American comic books, hence the wide-eyed characters.
It's Betty Boop, so it's like the beginning of animation as a medium for storytelling. It started early on, like with the very beginnings of film, like Astro Boy was black and white. I was really influenced by cartoons and Japanese artists and the heavy lines and the printmaking and the very stylistic images they would make and how they influenced European artists.
Anime was using a lot of Western techniques, but after years went by, anime started to progress and it started to branch off and use its own cultural identity. And then Western animation started using techniques that Japanese anime came up with, or Japanese creators came up with for anime, and they used it in Western animation.
Like you start seeing the idiosyncrasies in their behavior as far as just like how they greet each other when they come into houses, like daily life stuff, geographical stuff.
I've seen a lot of interesting looking foods, religious practices.
It depends on the type of anime that you're looking at.
Any one of the Hayao Miyazaki films is a fantastic way to learn about Japanese culture because
if you didn't sort of go the extra length into actually trying to look into the culture, you probably wouldn't even get a lot of the jokes.
Maybe a more natural part of the storyline in the anime stories that I've seen.
One time in animation class, we actually saw a side-by-side comparison of the kids having to fight in the Boondocks, and it's actually a frame-for-frame redoing of a fight scene in Naruto. And I just found that really interesting, how they take existing footage from anime and make it, have it in a completely new context, and I just found that really interesting to watch.
Anime can be looked at as a direct representation of Japanese culture because it has so many small pieces of Japanese culture, tradition, history, and style inside it.
The way I've seen just it's presented naturally, like, okay, this is part of our world.
Japan, at least what I could tell, going back into antiquity, their history isn't broken.
In the 1920s, Japan was working hard to become an industrialized nation, but discrimination towards the Japanese was a big problem, and it led to the deterioration of the companionship between the West and the East.
Japan was an isolated island until Commodore Perry opened it to America in 1858. But even after Japan remained mostly closed to many foreign influences until the leading up to World War II. In 1924, the U.S. Congress passed the Exclusive Act that prohibited further immigration from Japan. And after World War II, in the 1930s, the U.S. military almost had total control over Japan's government. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the United States instituted sweeping changes in Japan through every aspect of life, such as new constitution, democratics, education, labor reforms, etc. Japan was westernized and they needed a way to form cultural identity, and the Japanese found a way to do that through art.
I feel like a lot of anime and manga and pretty much any Japanese art form came after World War II. It was trying to like reclaim and reshape their identity after what happened to them, trying to fight for the Japanese culture in a time when, during the American occupation.
Japan was westernizing because of the occupation and because of the upset of the war.
Anime was like a way of escape. I would say it was a chance to keep in remembrance and reclaim their cultural identity. To quote historian Susan Napier, film and the visual mass media in general can indeed help to write history and create national identity.
Culturally, and saying that they tend to embrace a lot of their older habits, a lot of their older traditions.
In the West, it's always about industry, the Industrial Revolution, and like conquering nature. But in Japan, it's more of like, it's something you literally have to live with. You have to have some degree of respect for what sustains your own life.
In the West, for the most part, they're biased, but with Japanese and Japanese tradition and culture, they see everything as equal. You don't look at just one thing. You need both. You can't just weigh one side heavier than the other. They both have to be equal and they have to balance out. And that's when Shinto religion comes in.
Shinto religion is kind of like the native religion for Japan.
I'm not sure how many people are still of the Shinto faith there. It's so ingrained in the culture that it still pops up a lot.
When you think of like Native Americans, they worship sort of nature gods. So you have like the fox spirit, and the trees all have spirit. And like if you've ever seen any of Miyazaki's work, there's a lot of Shinto woven into the landscape of his films.
The closest one I can think of at the moment is Princess Mononoke, where it's all about striking a balance between the environment versus personal gain. San, the princess, she just has completely turned herself away from humanity and lives with the animals and wants to be a spirit of nature. And then you have her rival is Lady Eboshi, who symbolizes like industry and factories. And at first glance, it's like it would be so easy to like just see her like one-dimensional villain because she's like industry and that's bad. But then you realize like no one is like a clear-cut hero or villain.
Customs from feudal Japan are still used now today in Japan, and you can see that in anime. Whether it's through food or the way they greet each other or the way they talk to each other or even the way that they show affection.
They think they're cool or just because of habit, you know, like ninjas and samurais. That's all older Japanese history. But I mean, when you start like looking at, you know, the way they name their characters, it'll be off of like older Japanese generals or, you know, older clans and things like that. So they're always digging back into like their history and then pulling that and referencing it.
That's why if you look at something like Naruto, it follows in certain respects Japanese history, where it looks like it could be in a time almost like this. Right. Some of them still kind of dress like it's a feudal era Japan. Things that happened 1,000 years ago still have relevance, still have a place now.
When I watched anime, I understood most things, but there were like also a lot of things they referred to that I've never heard of. And that's when I officially made the connection that anime, when I went further, was more than just a form of entertainment.
Anime means that, especially now, that it's more than just a specific storyline. That animation can tell hugely complex and adult stories in any subgenre that you can think of.
Anime is more than entertainment. I would say it's like a window into another culture. And when you watch anime, you start to see the subtleties and Japanese identity in anime, and it starts to reflect real life.
Everything that I know, but it sounds like I read a book. I haven't read books on Japanese culture really. Yeah. No, I've read articles, I've read pieces. And the reason I read those pieces because there's a cartoon or a movie that made me go, I wonder what this is about.
You definitely can learn a lot of stuff from anime, just as far as taking it into the context that it is. It's a very Japanese-centric art, and as long as you understand that, you know, it may not necessarily be indicative of like life in general, like this is exactly how it works or all this stuff happens.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Or you learn in world history a little bit about Japanese culture. And that's when the lights start going off and I start going, oh, I saw this and this, I saw this and this, I saw this and this, da-da-da-da-da. But all of this I'm talking about are all anime or manga. So the manga anime would have grouped to like my curiosity about Japanese culture. And it explained a lot.
But when you start looking at the basis of things of, you know, either what happened in their history or how they psychologically deal with these things and how that manifests in the actual, in the content, then you start seeing connections between things. So I mean, if you pay attention, you'll be able to pick up a lot of stuff as far as like their cultural cues and whatever.
Anime refers to a lot of Japanese history, and you can see that in anime, whether it's referred to characters' names, their background, where they're from, or their homeland.
How I got into it was funny because there are two stories to it. It's like how did I get into watching this style of cartoon versus how did I get into searching for this cartoon? A lot of this I learned from Japanese anime. Right. Like a lot of this came from me watching it all, then going, okay, these things are constant. Then mess around and reading something in school and going, oh, I already got told about this. Because I was watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Right. Or me going from calling ramen noodles to calling it ramen. Because ramen is what it's called in Japan.
It's noodles. Right.
Yeah, it's noodles. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff like that that I didn't realize, or even the technique to like a good bowl of ramen. I learned that from Naruto.
So you know how to cook it?
I like you give me, like if I get the ingredients, yeah, I'll do the best version I could do, not being from Japan right. or having like Japanese friends around me to correct me.
Anime projects this idea that while you're watching it, it's exclusively fitted for a certain culture. It's like looking out the window into another culture.
You're rocking with Amari Stoudemire, and you're watching Hoops High. Watch it or watch nothing.
Behind the scenes of Hoops High, it's more than interviews and replays. The crew contributes 110% in setup and production.
While we have fun, we are also very serious about getting the job done.
We have the opportunity to work with big companies such as Nike and to meet current and future NBA stars. We are Hoops High.
Aaliyah, what you running for?
Because I'm late for work.
Where you work at?
Free Spirit Meat.
All right, come on. I got to go to work too.
Come on, what's wrong with you?
Let me take a breath.
You okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Everyone, FSM News is back and it's time to work it out.
And since it's the summer, we're back on the road. And for this newscast, we're at Waveland Park. So keep in tune.
Stay in your seats. We'll be right back with the first newscast of the summer. Welcome to FSM News on the Road. I'm Zaria Safaro.
And I'm Frederick Knighton.
Summer is the season that teens begin to slack, so the FSM team is ready to raise awareness for teen healthiness.
And one way to lead teens into being healthy throughout the summer is by enjoying healthy drinks.
Here's FSM News reporter Brittany Martin with some healthy refreshments.
Summer is just beginning, and it's time to trade hot cocoa and coffee for healthy, cool beverages.
I like to drink water to stay cool.
Mostly water and Gatorade.
One of my favorite cool drinks is Coca-Cola.
Since people are trying to stay cool during the summer, we have 2 FSM crew members who are going to demonstrate how to make cool, healthy drinks. First, we'll take it back to the studio where India Connor is.
Hello, I'm India Connor, and I'm here to show you how to make berry lime liquado. First, you will need to mix the strawberries and blueberries together. Next, you will need to put sugar inside the blender. Then add the lime juice. After that, you will add the ice. Next, I added the water and berries and blended it together.
See how simple that was? Now back to Brittany. Thanks, India. Now we will take it over to Jakira Smith, where she will be making pomegranate lemonade. It's so easy that she's making it outside.
Thanks, Brittany. Hello, everyone. My name is Jakira Smith, and I will be making pomegranate lemonade. This is a healthy drink to keep cool during the summer. In order to make pomegranate lemonade, first I will combine sugar and lemon juice together until it's fully dissolved. Secondly, I'll pour the pomegranate juice into the pitcher and stir it all together. Next, I'll add the water to the pitcher. Lastly, I'll pour the pomegranate lemonade into the cup of ice.
That was delicious. Reporting for FSM News, I'm Brittany Martin.
Wow, I never knew there were so many healthy drinks to choose from.
Exactly, but the real question is, are these drinks helping teens to lose weight?
Well, I don't know about that, but there are lots of teen dieting plans.
Exactly, and here's Lyric Hal with more.
So I said to my girlfriend, I need to go on a diet.
Some people diet in order to stay fit during the summer.
Yeah, I just think you eat balanced food, your fruits, your vegetables. You don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Eat till you're full. That's kind of how I eat. Awesome.
Yeah, and I think, just doing everything in moderation, I really believe in that. So, yeah, having sweets every once in a while, but trying to have a balanced diet, I think that's important.
I agree completely with her.
Although people's intentions are good when dieting, some of their techniques can be risky.
I've had friends who have gone on diets that are essentially just a juice fast, where they're not eating anything of substance, just lemonade with cayenne pepper in it, which is extremely unhealthy.
But I think society in general kind of forces you to eat a certain way. They say you can't, if you want to look a certain way, you have to eat a certain way. So no one in particular has forced me, but I think everyone in general forces all of us to eat a certain way.
Some trend diets are, but not limited to, cotton ball diets, protein shakes, and calorie diets. Another risky technique is the cotton ball diet, which consists of a person dipping a cotton ball into juice and consuming it. We asked a few people have they heard of this technique.
No, I've never heard of that.
No, I haven't.
Teenagers, don't do that. It's stupid. Who's gonna eat a cotton ball?
Dieting is meant to be healthy, not harmful. Fruits and veggies are more than enough.
I think that fitness is key. The best thing you can do for your body is build lean muscle. Best thing in the world.
Reporting from FSM News, I'm Lyric Hal.
Thanks, Lyric. That was really interesting.
With so much hard work and concentrating on staying healthy, teens seem to get tired.
Tune into this PSA about teen exhaustion.
You never know when you need energy, so eat healthy, kids.
As you have seen from the PSA, eating healthy gives people more energy.
Eating healthy doesn't just give you more energy, it can help you lose weight.
Yeah, Aaliyah Bosley can tell us all about weight loss.
Some Chicagoans this summer are focused on having the perfect summer body.
My perfect summer body would be abs, lots of abs, and I guess just a lean body.
Working on the abs, biceps, triceps, and be able to just hold your weight.
In order for this to take place, many have to stay fit.
I try to run between 12 and 15 miles a week, and I swim about 3 hours a week. And bike ride, and again, yoga, Pilates.
For some, weight loss is not about looking good. It's also about feeling good.
To stay healthy and to remain youthful. I have a 9-year-old daughter, so I think it's important that I can run with her and play with her. So I think it's very important to exercise, to at least maintain what I eat.
Some people are happy with the decision that they chose to lose weight.
I felt great. I felt a lot lighter, a lot less of me carrying around and stuff.
At first, I always thought I wouldn't be able to do it, and eventually when I started seeing results and people started telling me I started to slim down, I challenged myself more to start doing more exercise and things like that, and it was just basically motivation that really helped me. I just try to continue to do what I do and stay in shape.
Reporting from FSM News, I'm Aaliyah Boxley.
Did you know there are a lot of big-name NBA free agents in this year's free agency?
This year, there's a lot of big-name free agents, such as Luol Deng, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade.
When this story went to air, Carmelo Anthony had not made a decision, but many are hoping he comes to the Chicago Bulls.
You should go to the Bulls, because we need help. D. Rose needs some help, even though he don't want him on the team.
Yeah, he's coming to the Bulls.
What team do you think would be the best fit for LeBron James in this year?
He's going to stay with the Heat and take less money so they can bring more people in.
Okay. Do you think that we will ever have a big free agency like this again?
No.
We will in the future with Wiggins and Parker.
Why do you think that players are willing to take less money to be on a better team than take more money to build their team up?
They take less money because it ain't really all about money. If you're a ball player, you would do it for the love of the sport. You wouldn't do it for no money, you know. So people be like, man, I'll just play basketball because I love it. But money is a reward at the end of the day. You show your talent, it's a reward at the end of the day. So that's why they do it.
Reporting from FSM News, this is Brian Jones.
Well, that's our show for today. Check us out next week for more FSM News.
But what if we can't wait until then? I'm
glad you asked. Viewers can also check us out on Facebook, search FSM News.
And don't forget, you can also find us on ABC7 Chicago's website in the community section.
You can also check us out on CAN TV, channels 19 and 27.
3,
2,
1, that's a wrap.
Thanks, India. Can we go somewhere else? That was a I'm sorry.
Stop drink diet.
No, something flew in my mouth for position.
Stop drink.
Did you know that there are a lot of big name NBA free agents?
For some, wait. Spell your name.
My name is Lindell Connor, L-I-N-D-E-E. I spell my own name. L-I-N-D-E-L-L.
3,
2,
1, that's a wrap.
Free Spirit Media cultivates diverse youth voices to transform media and society.